So today I'm going to be talking to you about tips on how to grow out your hair. And if you haven't been following my pixie growth videos, I have been growing out my hair from a pixie cut. So imagine the shortest piece was shaped around my ear, so I had nothing covering my ears. That was just over a year ago, and this is the stage that I'm at with regular cuts and sort of trying to get it into styles and stuff. So I know loads of you have been interested in how I have been doing it, because I promise you my hair never used to grow quick at all. It would be very frustrating and I would just think, oh, whatever. And instead of getting it cut and getting it nice and healthy, I used to just continuously dye it different colours, which of course led to the chop into the pixie cut. Now probably the usual things you hear about growing your hair is, oh, you need to look after it, and loads of people have said like, oh, don't use bubbles, they damage your hair. You shouldn't blow dry your hair, it damages your hair. You shouldn't use heat, it damages your hair. The fact of the matter is, everything damages your hair in one way or another. Some people are really anal about it. You've got people saying, oh, you shouldn't wash your hair like this. You should use these parts of your fingers and do it like this. It's just like, it's ridiculous and people go too overboard with it. I'm just gonna show you the hella easy way to do it. The number one thing I can recommend to you for helping you grow hair is by taking a vitamin called Biotin. Now, Biotin is something I originally got started on because I was growing out my really thin eyebrows. I overplucked them and were just trying to do it, and actually in the process I realised that it was helping my hair grow and be a lot healthier than it was. So for those of you that don't know what it is, obviously please do your research into Biotin, and I don't buy the just Biotin on its own. I buy a combination of sort of vitamins that has a lot of biotin in them. Because I know a lot of people have said that biotin can cause breakouts. Please do your research before, but the ones that I'm absolutely sticking by and love are these skin, hair and nails tablets, and these are from Holland & Barrett, which I don't know if they have that sort of internationally, but it says on the front it helps maintain healthy hair, skin and nails. Now I also was a very dedicated nail biter. I would bite my nails right down, and they actually grow quite quick now. I know they're still short, but for a nail biter, I don't really do it anymore, but you know, it definitely helps them grow. Now in here you get 60 tablets, and these actually cost £9.99, so just under £10 for a pack of 60. Now originally I would have said that that's expensive, but the results that I've had from them, it's really, you can't put a price on it. I really do think they're awesome, and they do them in, I think they're doing them in lesser and also bigger packs of these, which works out cheaper if you get the bigger packs, but I think that £10 is enough. And also Holland & Barrett do penny sales, so you could buy one of these and buy another one for a penny. Or they do half off, things like that. They always have really good sales. Now the biotin in this is 200, and that's 400% of your recommended daily allowance. So there is a lot in here, and I take one of these every night before I go to bed. And actually before I started taking those ones, I just started taking Centrum Advance. This is just a multivitamin which you can get pretty much anywhere. They do them at Holland & Barrett, but they also do them in places like Asda, Morrison's. You get 30 in here, and they're usually like 3 for a tenner in Asda. And these also have biotin in them, which there's 62.5. So there's a lot of biotin that's going into my body, and as you may have seen from the Pixie growth videos, it makes a hell of a lot of difference. Obviously you need to be looking after your hair. You don't want to be constantly straightening your hair all the time, and I have pretty crazy hair when it's let dry naturally. It's like wavy, but it's curly too, and it's a little bit annoying, and a lot of the times I was just like, oh, I really want to shove my hair up, but because I can't actually get my hair in a proper ponytail, it just does get very frustrating. So what I try and do is, on my sort of, let's just say, normal daily routine, I will wash my hair If I am okay to leave it curly, I'll let it dry on its own, do its thing, which is the best thing for it really, but it depends on, you know, your plans in your daily life. And then that'll be it. I will not try and straighten my hair when it's been let dry curly. Ridiculous, there's no point doing that. And then I just sort of leave it for as long as possible, and that's where dry shampoo is a really good thing to have. So the less you wash your hair, because you know that your natural oils build up in your hair. So what I try and do is just brush through my hair. When I know it's greasy, I brush through my hair to try and get those oils to the ends of my hair, just because it's going to do it so much good. If you are someone who feels you need to straighten your hair, blow dry your hair if you need to. I try and do it just because it controls it. It kind of tames it down a little bit, but blow dry your hair, maybe on a medium setting. You don't really need it on the highest setting because the medium one works just fine. And then I would just straighten it once. So like today, I washed my hair this morning, I've straightened it. I will not straighten my hair again until after I've washed it the next time, because it stays straight enough for it to look okay. So maybe just take a look at your routine with your hair. Do you really need to be using as much heat? I used to curl my hair pretty much every day when I had red hair, and really I didn't need to, and it sort of added as to why it was so damaged. So the products you use on your hair plays a massive part. In terms of shampoo and conditioner, you don't need any sort of special shampoo or conditioner. I have recently been trying out the Lee Stafford hair growth stuff, which I'm gonna do a review video on, but you don't need anything like that. I don't feel personally that made much difference to my hair growth. I really love the Elvive Triple Resist, which is in a black bottle with the pink top lid things. I've done a video on them which I will link now, so you can go and look at those. It is by far the best shampoo, conditioner couple that I have used, and especially for the price, it is an absolute bargain. Something else that I like to use is hair masks. I don't do it all the time. I probably do it maybe once every week, once every 2 weeks. I don't like to overdo it because I feel it can make my hair a little bit greasy, but just leave it on for a couple of minutes in the shower and then wash it off and your hair feels lovely. And every time after I have filmed, after using the hair mask that I love, I've had so many compliments on my hair being shiny, and it's just amazing. Now, I personally have a routine after I get out of the shower. So when I have damp hair, I've towel dried it, I use a heat protectant. This is just something I strongly recommend because healthy hair is gonna grow quicker. You've probably all seen this. It's really good, just the Tresemme stuff. You'll find it everywhere. The next thing I use is a conditioning spray, which is by Aussie. They do loads of different ones. This is just the Moisture Miracle Recharge version, which I like. The spray on it's a bit annoying. It's more directed as opposed to the Tresemme sort of spreads out more. So just sort of be careful if you're applying this, but I use that also. And then as part of the Lee Stafford stuff I'm trying at the moment, they have a leave-in growth treatment, which is supposed to stimulate your roots to sort of grow. It's referred to as follicle fuel. But as I said, I haven't really noticed anything amazing with this, and this cost kind of like £11–12 for this little bottle. After I apply those, I dry my hair or not, and then when it's dry, I use this argan oil, which is my favourite argan oil I have ever tried. This I got in a set for Christmas, which is by Mark Hill, available at Boots if anybody is wondering, and it's the Miracle Oilicious range, and it's just like the pump, just 2 pumps of that. I just put it on the ends of my hair and sort of work it up to sort of this length, and it just gives it amazing shine and sort of really helps protect the ends. The hair mask that I mentioned is also from the same range as this. I'll link both of them down below, and also anything else that I've mentioned that I can find online, because this stuff, if they come out with another sort of gift set for Christmas in Boots, I highly recommend you get this. The next thing really I need to speak about is colouring your hair. Now, you can probably tell that I have gone darker. I was going on about it for ages on my Instagram. I got my hair cut and coloured yesterday. Nope, day before, I think. And it was the first time in about 5 years that I got my hair coloured at a salon. My hair probably feels nicer having it done at a salon, but then again it would have been coated in like all of the extra stuff they put in your hair. Now obviously loads of people moan about box dyes, especially permanent box dyes. I really like them though, as long as you sort of leave enough space in between re-dyeing your hair. So obviously colours like red, I used to be red, as most of you know, you are going to be dyeing your hair a lot, so it's actually better to sort of look into vegetable dyes such as Crazy Colour, Directions, Manic Panic, things like that, so they're not actually damaging your hair. Obviously best case scenario, don't dye it if you can help it, but there is always semi-permanent dyes. I personally will continue to use permanent dyes because I don't do it all the time, maybe every 2 months at the least. So it really is just about spreading it out more than anything. So the next point is about getting regular trims. Now obviously you don't need to get your hair cut if it's completely fine and healthy. I find after my hair's sort of grown, as it grows very quick, probably because of the biotin, the ends of my hair sort of get like not as full. They sort of get stringy from where it's grown, and I literally just had those bits cut off 2 days ago, so it's actually nice and sort of full again, which is what you need. And sometimes if your hair is stuck at a length, it's best to just get a bit taken off the bottom. It'll just make your hair look so much nicer, especially if your ends are dry. It's best just to cut them off than to spend money trying to repair them. But yeah, do go for trims. I think it really does help. It makes you feel better, and if you are sort of growing out a pixie cut, oh my god, trims make you feel awesome. It's a must when growing out pixie hair unless you've got amazing willpower. So in specific pixie cuts, I grew mine out, so you can imagine that it's actually short at the back and then goes short around your ears. Now I grew mine so the front was longer than the back, so I went from pixie to like an angled bob, and then yesterday, day before, I got this sort of leveled off a bit more, so I can try and get my hair to one length as opposed to it being really long at the front and short at the back. But that's just my own personal want for my hair. I am growing out my layers, so that'll be fun. Layers at the back are really quite short in comparison to the front, but with, you know, all of the products and the tablets and the routines that I've mentioned, that's how I'm going to be doing it. And I do think you should just look after your hair, because when your hair looks nice, you feel good, and it really doesn't take much effort at all. I'm not here to give you loads of complicated ways, to give you really expensive products, or to lie about certain tablets. Like, I recommended so many of these things to people who have said the same thing as me, that they love the growth that they've had. So hopefully I've been able to help some of you, and remember, you can follow my pixie growth updates and you can see how much it's grown. And of course, if you have any tips on how to grow out hair, then please leave them down below and share them with everyone else who's watching this video as well as me. So that was all from me. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget, links to my Facebook, Instagram and Tumblr are down below, so if you want to come over and follow me, that would be awesome. Remember that anything I sort of mentioned in this video is down below, and none of it is sponsored whatsoever. It's just what I'm using and what I really like. So hopefully you can use it too and get good results. But for now, that is all from me. I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!